Hello and welcome again to Not Fake News. Got two breaking stories here that are going to rock your freaking world, especially the second one. Check this out. Trump's new healthcare bill includes one crucial part that will make Obama cry. And I know what this is. This is just a goof. This is the fact that Trump changed the name to something like American, something good, something patriotic and money saving kind of thing. It has the word American. I think this is what it is, guaranteed. But the more important one is breaking, dirty. Reid colluded with James Comey in Trump Tower wiretapping. Here's the proof, baby. At 2:30 in the morning, I'm up getting you the news. Let's get right to it. I'm going to go with this one first, knock it out of the park and get it out of the way. The GOP released their new Obamacare replacement, and it's already causing snowflakes to melt at an overwhelming rates. One section in particular has Obama and his Democrat minions furious. The new bill defunds Planned Parenthood for at least a year. Okay, I was wrong. This is serious business. Because I thought, they always do jokey. Sometimes they joke, and then he's crying. And the new bill defunds Planned Parenthood for at least a year. Not only is this a moral win for the country, it also uses a huge fiscal win. Planned Parenthood costs the taxpayer $553 million annually. Annually. That's yearly. Why don't we just say the word? It's yearly. This time around, the bill would block Planned Parenthood from receiving Medicaid reimbursements. This is key since Planned Parenthood is famous for scamming Medicaid. A report published by Alliance Defending Freedom ADF shows the various ways Planned Parenthood has engaged in abuse and potential fraud with American tax dollars. The report alleges that 45 public audits of Planned Parenthood affiliates and 57 known audits of state family planning programs found a total of more than $129.7 million in wastes, abuse, and potential fraud in federal and state family plan funding programs, the lion's share of which goes to Planned Parenthood, or I like to call it PP. Additionally, the report says that $14.4 billion of Planned Parenthood's federal Medicaid expenditures were improper payments, and the abortion company engaged in online billing violations. Look, these are baby killers. So a little fraud is like nothing for them. Their baby killer assembly line, and I'm not kidding. I did a video where this woman literally says that they give her a quota when she worked there of how many babies she needs to kill a day or a month or a week or whatever it was. Okay? And then it also says that they don't do primary care for the baby. Like let's say you used to go to them and you say, I want to keep my baby, can you help me take the right vitamins and do the right? They don't do that. Sorry, all we do is give you birth control so you can't have a baby, or kill your baby. Pick one. But I want to keep my baby. Sorry, we don't do that at Planned Parenthood. But it says that on your ads. Sorry, we just don't do that. But it says that on the voice when I'm calling you and I'm waiting for you and I'm listening to the recording. It says, we are the number one in primary care for mothers, and you say it says, sorry, we don't do that. Then they, in the video, they called up 44, like maybe 50, 40, 30 different places in different states, and every single one of them said the same exact thing. We don't do it. So when you hear them say, oh, they do so much for women, no, they do two things. Kill babies before they're born and kill them while they're growing in the mother's stomach. Please, okay? Just please, get me going. Where am I, man? The report alleges that 45 public audits of Planned Parenthood, I think I read all that, right? Additionally, the report says that Planned Parenthood federal expenditures were improper payments and abortions. We read that. Good. Republicans need to stand united now more than ever to get this bill passed. If Senate Republicans lose their 3 votes in their caucus, the Democrats unite in opposition. The GOP would not be able to pass the Obamacare repeal bill. This is going to be quite the showdown in Congress, but this needed to be done. What? I think that's what they meant, right? They make mistakes occasionally. This is going to be quite the showdown in Congress, but this needed to be done. Trump promised to fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, and he is keeping that promise. Planned Parenthood has been caught in too many scandals to deserve another cent of taxpayers' money. That's a really good one. That was good. That was better than I thought. I thought he was just sad because he's changing the name from Obamacare. Stupid name. And really, it was called the Affordable Care Act, Obama's Care, right? Yeah, real affordable. Triple in payments. All right, let's get right into this. And by the way, if you want to see any of that video on Planned Parenthood, just subscribe to my channel. Go to the page, and you'll see it. It's a pink. The video has a pink picture, very pink, like Planned Parenthood, and it has it's great. It really is great. You will know you will hate Planned Parenthood after that video. Now, this video here, I have a special for you, special video connected to this. That's not it. Way to go. I'm finding something. Hold on. Where? Democrats threatening to go fake. Okay, got it. Okay. Where to go? I'm sorry about all this. I didn't notice. Okay, there it is. We're good. We are good. So let's get straight to this. Knock that out. Breaking. Dirty Harry Reid colluded with James Comey in Trump Tower wiretapping. Here is the alleged proof. Democrats have been calling Trump a liar over his accusations that Obama wiretapped Trump Tower. Just yesterday, former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper denied the claim that Obama administration was monitoring Trump's New York home. In an exclusive interview on Sunday's Meet the Press, Clapper told Chuck Todd there was no such wiretap activity mounted against the president. The president-elect at the time, and I love saying it, that's why I'm saying it, or as a candidate, or against his campaign. There was no such wiretap activated mounted against the president-elect at the time, or as a candidate, or against his campaign. Okay. But just like Clapper lied about spying on millions of Americans, it looks like he is also lying about wiretapping Trump. Because once you're a liar, you are a liar. If everyone thinks you're a liar, what's the difference? In fact, many top Democrats are claiming that they didn't know that Trump was under surveillance, but correspondence between Harry Reid and James Comey tell a different story. Former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid admitted several times, both before and after the election, that some form of surveillance of the Trump campaign was going on, and that the intelligence community had told him this as fact. In a letter written by Harry Reid to FBI James Comey, Reid accuses Comey of possessing explosive information. He even stated that he's been asking Comey to release the information to the public. Really? What? In my communications with you and other top officials in the national security community, it has become clear that you possess explosive information about ties and coordination between Donald Trump, his top advisors, and the Russian government. A foreign interest openly hostile to the United States, which Trump praises at every opportunity. He said, I wrote to you months ago calling for this information to be released to the public, and yet you continue to resist calls to inform the public of this critical information. Well, if that wasn't bad enough, the Washington Post wrote in October, Reid is saying that he has been told by the FBI he has been told the FBI has evidence of possible collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russian government. And he's not saying this information came from mysterious unnamed national security officials. He's saying Comey himself has left him with this impression. It seems that only real collusion is between Harry Reid and James Comey to take Trump down. That's the only real collusion going on. Yeah. Now, let me show you the type of person Harry Reid is.
It's obvious that he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's obvious he can't control his mind or his tongue. And what I've suggested, if now, because he's the nominee for the party...
Talk about not being able to control your tongue. If there was one thing in this guy's life that he wishes he could take back, it's what he's about to frickin' say.
And he's entitled to briefings from the CIA, for example. I said publicly, give him fake briefings. Pretend you're briefing him. Don't tell him anything that you don't want to get out. And that's how I feel about difference.
You're basically telling the intelligence community to lie.
Fake news. Fake news.
Yep, fake news.
Give the president fake
I'm not going to lie to you, but I just don't have to tell you everything.
They're kind of attacking Donald Trump and his some other...
It's not even a good one. I want a better one than that. You know what? I don't even like this. I'm telling you guys there's a better one. That's from InfoWars. They snuck their way in there. I had no idea. Alright, we're looking for one that's a few minutes long. Harry Reid tells it. Let's check this out.
Hello, this is John, and I want to bring to your attention...
Too long. Go straight to it.
It's obvious that he doesn't know what he's talking about.
See, the one I seen was much deeper. It was like... said a lot. It sounded much worse. Let's see this. Open mind.
Meet the true believers.
Maybe they're onto something.
The religious rebels. Now, that's some disinformation, but what if you just don't give people any type of information? And that's what Harry Reid is proposing for Donald Trump. He's saying he wants the CIA to give Trump...
Yeah, we're there, bro. We're there. 3 minutes. This might be good.
Harry Reid is leaving Capitol Hill next month, but before he goes, the Democratic minority leader in the Senate is waiting.
Okay, forget about this. You know what? This is what happened. He says, give him fake thing, and the reporter goes, what? He goes, it was the reporter's reaction that made it great. Because he's like, I told them to give them fake news. He's like, what the hell are you even saying? In other words, just like in that way. He's like, what are you even saying? He's like, yeah, I told them to give him fake briefings. And it's just like blows you away. And there's a little bit more, but you get the gist. Can you believe this guy? Let's just go to the see that I chose that one because of, and I was right to choose it. It went straight into the good stuff, right? We didn't have to listen to a bunch of blibbity blob.
It's obvious that he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's obvious he can't control his mind or his tongue. And what I've suggested, if now, because he's the nominee for the party, and he's entitled to briefings from the CIA, for example, I said publicly, give him fake briefings. Pretend you're briefing him. Don't tell him anything that you don't want to get out. And that's how I feel about difference.
You're basically telling the intelligence community to lie.
Fake news. Fake news.
Yep, fake news.
Give the president fake news.
I'm not going to lie to you, but I just don't have to tell you everything.
Right, I'm not going to lie. I just don't have to tell you everything.
Not so much from the people that have been doing it for our country. I mean, look what's happened over the last 10 years. Look what's happened over the years. I mean, it's been catastrophic. And in fact, I won't use some of the people that are sort of your standards. Just use them. Very easy to use them. But I won't use them because they've made such bad decisions. I mean, you look at Iraq, you look at the Middle East, it's a total powder keg. If we would have never touched it, it would have been a lot better. I mean, we would have been much better off, on top of which we've spent probably $4 trillion. Nobody even knows what we've spent. So, no, I have great people, and General Flynn is one of them.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So,
really?
Even for a practical...
Really? Is that a threat?
Supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do this.
Oh, really?
Is no different than any other
Our president is dumb. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks for saying that.
powerful man. Any man who's
Americans don't have men killed.
Oh. Who's being naive, Kay?
Shit. I didn't want that. You can't do certain things. You can't play. You know, you're getting copyright or whatever. I can't play that. I'll just cut that off. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned a few things from this. Share this with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. And subscribe to our channel. We have so many videos, hundreds. And we have current videos. With current political videos that are happening now. With a few classic ones thrown in. Some cherries that you can't not have. Like Trey Gowdy. Those two black girls, that Diamond and Silk. I got to get some of those. Brunella, that black woman who's a Trump supporter. Man, she's like, forget it. If you haven't seen Brunella, you need to see Brunella. She's nuts. And, yeah. So, anyway, thanks for watching. And subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed. And hit the bell if you want to get the breaking stories as they're coming in the videos. And if you like what we're doing here at Not Fake News, and you want to help support us, fight alongside us, keep fighting, hit the like button. That's all you have to do. It's very important, and it means a lot to us. So like the video. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time at Not Fake News.